everybody, and welcome back to another vlog. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Madison. I am a second-year second grade teacher, and welcome to my channel. So guys, in today's vlog, I am taking you through another week in my life. But as you can see, I look like I am in summer mode because I still am, because it is Labor Day and we are off school. So it's Monday, but today we're not in school and we have a 4-day week, which is really nice. And I am about to head to a hot yoga class, but I thought I would just start off the vlog here and say hello. And I think it'd be fun just to take you guys along with me throughout this week. I want to start off by saying this vlog is sponsored by Glasses USA. I love Glasses USA. I have worked with them before on a video and I think they just have the best glasses, including the ones I am wearing right now. I always get questions about the sunglasses I'm wearing in my videos, and most of them are from Glasses USA, and they're the best. I love them. I think they have so many styles to pick from, which is my favorite because I'm pretty picky when it comes to sunglasses and they have to like fit my face perfectly for me to like them. And so one of my favorite things is that they have just so many different styles to choose from, and they have a style for everybody. I promise you, they have hundreds and hundreds of styles on their website that you can choose from. I currently am wearing 4 pairs right now, 2 of my favorite sunglasses, these pairs and this pair, and I will have what the name of these sunglasses are right here on the screen, and I just love them. They are so cute. I'm also currently enjoying their blue light glasses. I only wear my blue light glasses whenever I'm editing because I edit for a couple hours at a time and it can be really harsh on my eyes, and so I really enjoy having some blue light glasses just to protect my eyes. And usually I'm editing before bed, and that's never good to be looking at a screen for that many hours right before bedtime. It can really affect your sleep. So I love their blue light glasses. I will show some clips of me wearing their blue light glasses so that you guys can see how freaking cute they are. I love them. They are stylish, but they're also protective for your eyes, which I just love so much. So Glasses USA is the best. I will have their link down below if you guys would like to shop for a new pair of glasses. Like I said, I love Glasses USA. They offer over 9,000 styles of eyeglasses and sunglasses, including their in-house brands like Muse and Amelia E, and designer brands like Ray-Ban, Oakley, Armani, Gucci, and more. So no matter what kind of style you're looking for, I know you'll be able to find one that you love. They even have something really cool that I love. It's called their virtual try-on tool on the website, which helps you find the right pair because sometimes you just don't know how it'll look until you try it on. So I used that to find my pairs, and it was super helpful. And if you're feeling overwhelmed by the amount of choices, they even have a quiz that you can take, which only takes about a minute, and it suggests the right pair of glasses based on your face shape and needs. So super quick, and the price point is great, guys. A complete pair of eyeglasses and sunglasses starts only at $30. That is a super great price considering the quality of glasses you are getting. Don't forget, you can always add any type of prescription to almost any pair of frames, even including sunglasses. GlassesUSA.com's lenses are of the same high quality that you'll find in any glasses store made in their own state-of-the-art labs. So they can handle any type of prescription and offer personalized lenses based on your needs. So like I said, I will have GlassesUSA.com listed down below in the description if you would like to check them out and shop for your next pair of glasses. So like I said, I am off to yoga. My yoga mat's back there somewhere. I am so excited. I love hot yoga. I've talked about yoga a few times on my channel before, and I actually have been practicing yoga for like over 5 years. It's a huge part of my life. I just don't talk about it that much, but it really is. I actually started my social media journey when I was like 18. I started a yoga account, and I actually was pretty successful on that account. I had like so many followers. Yoga was just like my life. All I posted about was yoga. All I followed were yoga accounts, and I did like so many brand deals with yoga sponsorships and stuff like that. But throughout the years and throughout college, I've still practiced yoga, but I just have chosen not to post about it. I even disabled that account. It's just something in my past. I still get questions about it sometimes, but it's just something in my past and I'm moving on, but that's okay. I still practice yoga, and something huge I have found in the last year is hot yoga. I love hot yoga so much. The best. It makes me feel so good, so refreshed, and if you have never tried hot yoga, give it a chance. I know it sounds scary, but it actually is amazing. I love it so much. But yeah, so a little random yoga rant this morning. Other than that, I am just going to hang out. I just have like some stuff to do around the house today. I just want to get some cleaning done, do a little bit of self-care. I have a hair mask in right now. If you guys know, you know I always do a hair mask on like my Sundays, but today it's kind of like my Sunday. It's still kind of my weekend, but yeah, I'm gonna do like a whole face mask today, exfoliate, shave, do the whole shebang. I have a Sunday routine on my channel, actually, if you guys are interested, where I show like my entire Sunday self-care routine. I personally love watching those videos. I think they're so fun to watch, just like see people like get their life together on Sundays. So I will link one of those right here for you guys if you guys are interested, and I need to film like an updated one. If you're interested in me filming an updated one, let me know down below. But yeah, let's go ahead and head to yoga. It is later in the day. I have showered, washed my hair, blow dried it, straightened it, the whole thing. And now we're about to make some dinner. I cleaned the whole house. The kitchen is all clean. And now we're about to make some dinner, and I think we're going to make either hamburgers or brats. Kyle wants to grill tonight. I wanted to show you guys something that I really like to eat that is really kind of like healthy for you when it doesn't even seem like it would be something that's healthy. And this is just like ways I can add things into my diet that are a little bit better for me. It's this brand called Don't Break Your Diet, and basically they have all different types of like muffins, cakes, cornbreads, all different types of food, but it's way better for you. So they use plant-based sweeteners, so it says it's like sweetened without the guilt. So basically it just has like 77% less sugars in it than most other cakes, cornbread type food. So this that we're making tonight, it only contains 1 gram of sugar per serving, which is amazing. Sugar is not good for you, and I try to eliminate it from my diet as much as I can. Salt is the thing I'm working on right now, but if this can help me eliminate sugar, that helps a lot. So I just think brands like these are super cool that allow you to still eat the foods that you love, but have them be less sugar filled and don't make you feel as guilty for eating them. Does anyone else snack while they're making dinner? These are literally my favorites. They're called popcorners, the light cheddar ones. So good. Sorry, this lighting is so bad, but I'm trying to get in the habit of preparing my lunches on Sundays because I did that last year. I just have not done it so far this year, and so I'm trying to get everything prepped and ready, so all I have to do is just like grab it in the morning, and I'm less likely to grab just like a frozen lunch in the morning because I'm too lazy. Let me know what type of lunches you guys like to bring to school, because I've always struggled with that. I never know what to bring, and then I end up just bringing like frozen lunches. But last year I brought a lot of salads, but let me know what you guys usually bring to eat during your lunch break. everybody, and happy Tuesday. I almost said Monday, it seems like a Monday. Today has just been one of those days where it's just been super overwhelming, and this job just comes with like a lot, really. I don't really know how to express how I'm feeling other than that I am just very overwhelmed. And today's been a really hard day. It hasn't been like the worst day ever, it's just been really hard. And one reason it's been hard is because my class, it's just a very, very chatty class, like very chatty, and they just like, it takes a lot for them to focus and to even get started with work. But it doesn't help that they are just so behind, like so behind, and that just really makes my job harder because all of the second grade curriculum, anything that I should be teaching them, that I want to be teaching them, I can't because they're just so behind. Like, they don't even know most of their letter sounds, so I can't ask them to write me a sentence if they don't even know their letters. So it's like I have to start from scratch, but then it's like, that's not second grade. I'd be teaching kindergarten or first grade, and that's not what I was prepared to do. So I feel like as a teacher, it just takes a lot of like flexibility, and you just really have to just adapt to your class's needs, and that's part of being a teacher. And that can be really hard because you set these expectations of where they are supposed to be at, but they're just kids and they're not all going to be at one level. And that's another thing that makes it really hard. Is today I just had like a really overwhelming moment where I was teaching and I was just looking around at like 20 different students, and every single student needed something different from me. Every single student was at a different level. Some of them had no idea what they were doing. Some of them were almost done and ready to do something else, you know? And so I'm just making my way around the classroom trying to help everyone and accommodate everybody. But that was definitely a moment where I was like, whoa, I have my work cut out for me with this class. Last year I felt like more students were on the same page, so it was easier to teach to the class, whereas now I feel like I have to teach to the student, which would be fine if I had more one-on-one time, but unfortunately I can't just sit at my back table and pull students up one by one all day long. That's just not how it works. But I'm going to have to do something about it. I'm going to have to find more time to work with kids one-on-one because that's what they need at this point, because they're not getting anywhere. So it's just been hard. If you're a teacher, I'm sure you know this feeling, and I know I'm not alone, and that's what like keeps me going, is this like teacher community. I know it's not just me. Like, one thing I want first year teachers to know is that you're not alone. All of us face the same problems in the classroom. And as a very, very first year teacher, when I graduated and took over that classroom mid-year, I just remember my biggest, like the biggest thing I felt was just like that I was alone. I felt so like isolated. And sometimes being a teacher can feel very isolating. You can feel like you're away from the rest of the world, away from the rest of the school, because it's just you. Usually, unless you have help, but usually it's just me in the classroom. I'm the only adult with 15-20 kids that all look to me to, you know, help them, and that can be a very overwhelming feeling, and that can be really exhausting, mentally, physically, and it can feel really isolating. And it's weird. You wouldn't think like you would feel alone in a room full of kids, full of people, but you do. And I know I'm not the only one who feels this way. Comment down below if you know you've been going through similar struggles. I know we can all talk about it, so I encourage everyone to kind of go to the comment sections and talk. And if anyone has any advice for teachers who feel this way, please do comment, because I'm in need of some advice. I love my job and there are so many positives about it, but there are some days like today where I just feel like defeated, I guess is the word. Like you just look around and you're like, I don't know if I can do this. Like I don't know if I can possibly, as one person, be there to help 15 plus kids get where they need to be by the end of the year. And it can be a very overwhelming feeling. And I encourage you, if you are feeling that way, to ask for help. I'm going to talk to my team members about it and let them know how I'm feeling, and they both have a lot of experience, so I know they can help me. Talk to your principal, talk to your admin about it. I might go to them and just like let them know how I'm feeling too. There are usually resources and a lot of support out there to help teachers, because we're not alone. Even though sometimes it can feel lonely, we're not alone. There is a lot of help out there, and I have to remind myself of that sometimes too. But for example, today what we did was, the first thing we did was combinations of 10. So we were learning just what two numbers can we add together to make 10. And so we watched a really cool video on it. I just searched on YouTube, make a 10 video for kids, and I found one. And then we did some practice on the board, and then we did this worksheet. Now this was something that, for example, last year was not really a struggle. It was something that clicked pretty easily, and I can't help but compare. I know I shouldn't compare classes, but I mean, that's just what you do. It's easy to compare. And this year it was a struggle. I mean, getting them to identify, if we have 1, what can we add to it to make 10, and then like building on, that was a struggle. The only one they knew for sure was 5 plus 5. So it's just like those like basics most of them have down, but it's like building on any of those has been a real struggle for them. So then I had them do this on their own, and that's when you start to see some students that just like really struggle, and it seems like they can't think for themselves yet. Like they need the teacher to tell them, okay, what now? Now you put in a number, then you put in a number here. And so that's when it gets really hard, walking around the room and having to assist everyone with that, when you have some students, only a couple, who will like fly through it. So yeah, that was our struggle today in math. And then during reading, we were learning about parts of a story. So we're learning about the beginning, middle, and end. So we watched a fun Jack Hartman video on parts of a story on YouTube, which is really good. And then I read them a book. I read them the book Rock, Paper, Scissors, and as I was reading, we would stop and fill out what happened in the beginning of the book, the middle, and the end. And it sounds simple and like something that is really good to practice and stuff, but I mean, if they can't write, they can't fill this out. So that's when I had a moment of looking around, and 90% of my students, I felt like, couldn't even write a sentence. Not just like, oh, they would spell it wrong, but I mean, they can't even sound out the letters to form a sentence, let alone, well, they can't form a word, let alone a sentence. So this, like, the whole point of this is just like kind of mute. Like, there's no point of doing this if they don't even know what to write. Like, they don't even understand what they're writing, So it's all good for me to know. And I guess that just means like I just have to really cut back and like start from scratch, and we can't move on to something like this before we practice just writing our letters. I'm going to butter my bagel while I talk because I need to focus on eating so I have enough time. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk about that, talk about how I was feeling, because again, like I said, I know I'm not alone. I'm not the only one feeling this way, but it can get really hard. I think these are the sides of teaching you just don't hear about that much, or people just don't talk about. I don't know, but it can be really, really hard. And then, I think what you hear a lot of times teachers talk about is like, you have so many jobs, there's so many things to do, like there's a never-ending to-do list. You hear teachers talk about that a lot. And for example, what I'm dealing with in the classroom is a huge struggle, but it's not even the only thing I have on my mind. I still have to think about testing. We have a lot of testing that I have to do on all of my kids. We have Meet the Teacher Night coming up on Thursday, or sorry, not Meet the Teacher Night, like a parent conference night coming up, where parents are coming in and I have to prepare all of this stuff for them. And it's just a lot whenever you add all of that on to your plate and you're like, I'm still just trying to like get to know my kids and get to know them and understand where they're at. That can be a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna eat my lunch. I just brought a bagel. and just like chill for a little bit, and then I'll just check in with you guys later. All right guys, I'm sitting here in my cute Glasses USA blue light glasses because I'm doing some work on my computer. This break has flown by. It's almost over and I got a lot done and I'm feeling really good. So thank you for listening to that little rant a second ago. I was needing to vent, you know, and you guys are who I'm venting to. So I hope that's okay with you. But thank you for allowing this to be a safe space for me to come on and talk. And I just appreciate all of you. Almost 99.9% of comments are always so sweet and supportive. And so yeah, I just appreciate having this community to come on and talk to. But I have gotten a lot done, and one thing that I did for them, I'll show you. I actually had this downloaded off of TPT from last year whenever we went virtual. I made each one of my students a math tools packet. So this packet was for them to take home last year and use as like a guide. But this year I'm having them obviously keep it in the classroom with them. And I find this is really helpful, especially if you have students that are struggling, students that are still learning how to count. So this way they have this to refer to at all times. I tell them to keep it in their cubby somewhere safe where they can grab it if they need to. And it just comes with a hundreds chart, which is really, really helpful for counting. And we practiced a lot of like, how can we count using a hundreds chart? It also has a number line, some of the doubles, some more doubles, which is always good. We are learning our doubles this week. And then number words, so like how do you spell out different numbers. So I found this on TPT, like I said. Let me see where or who I got it from real quick. Oh, okay, so this was by Designs by Miss G. If you don't follow her on Instagram, definitely follow her. She's awesome. So she created this last year during virtual learning just to send home with kids, but I also find this really helpful to use in the classroom as well. So there's a bunch more. If you download hers, you'll see that there's a bunch more like time, place value, different pages that you can add. So I'm going to add to this throughout the year. I just didn't want to overwhelm them too much like in the beginning. So all I did was just this page and then these pages. So yeah, hopefully this will help a lot. And as far as reading goes, I mean, I think I'm just going to, I need to go over our lessons for the next few days that I already planned and printed out and just adjust them, because I mean, there's no point in having them do things if they don't even know what they're writing, you know? So I'm not even gonna waste their time with that. So if we need to spend the next few days just like going over our letter sounds, how to write words, then that's fine. That's what we'll do. So yeah, let me know, comment down below if you have a class that is pretty low. And by low, I mean that in a sense that where a second grader typically is, they are not, meaning that a lot of them are reading at a first or kindergarten level. So it sounds like it has a negative connotation to it. It's not, it's just facts. It's just where they're at. And I want to help them get out of that. I want to help them excel and succeed in second grade. So yeah, if you're a teacher, even not a teacher, I don't know, I just need advice, guys. So comment down below. Help a girl out. Another thing I'm doing is I have two students that need a little bit of help. I'm going to cover their names, but I have these little hole punch reward cards, and I'm going to give them to two of my kids and pull them aside later and talk to them about what they mean. And basically it is just an incentive. If they get 10 hole punches, then they get a special prize. I haven't decided what that prize is going to be yet, but we'll all find out together. And that I'm going to give them a hole punch at the end of sorry, I can't talk. I'm going to give them a hole punch at the end of the day if they have a good day, I think is what I'm going to tell them. And those are just two students that have a hard time controlling their bodies, controlling their voice levels, controlling their emotions, how they react to situations, things like that. So we are going to do that. So highly encourage you, if you have students that need to work on their behavior or their choices, do something like this. I know Kathy from Mrs. Kellogg's Lunch, I just watched her video. She did like tally marks on their table if they were like doing a good job, or however many times she had to tell them to stop doing something. So yeah, that's something. So I'm just trying everything, guys, because today has just been rough, but I mean, it's just one of those days like I needed to kind of help me realize, you know, what all I need to do. And this class is a lot of work, but it's all good. Everything's all good. They're a very sweet class, so I'm just grateful that they're sweet. I mean, as long as they're talking nicely to each other, that's fine. They just talk a lot, and that's what we need to work on. How cute are these little blue light glasses, you guys, from Glasses USA? I showed you guys earlier, but I also have this pair with like the cute chain kind of like on the side. Let me know which ones you guys like more. These are like a little bit bigger. They're both very similar. These ones are the tortoise and they're like smaller. These ones are kind of big. I don't know, I think I like the smaller ones. Also, I've been wearing my hair straight recently and I really am into it. I'm into the straight hair lately. But yeah, I'm going to go back to work, and we're doing a Labor Day activity at the end of the day today. And so I'm finding, I always, whenever I need to find an activity for something, I'll go on Teachers Pay Teachers and type in like Labor Day, and then I'm cheap. I usually click free resources. I at least check there first because there's always a lot of really great free resources on Teachers Pay Teachers. If there's nothing that I find that I like, then I'll go and just purchase something that I like. But yeah, and so I'm looking for something for them to do that involves Labor Day. Hello guys, happy Wednesday. It is the next day, as you see, and last night I kind of ended off the vlog, but I just went to Orange Theory, had a really good workout. Kathy and I have been going to Orange Theory a couple days a week, and that was pretty much it. So I just didn't really vlog, but it is Wednesday and it's actually the end of the day. I have not vlogged all day, as you can tell. Like, my makeup always gets like 10 times worse by the end of the day. But guys, today was so good. I am not going to bring any more of those negative vibes that I brought yesterday. Today it was such a good day. So I still stand by everything that I said yesterday. Yesterday was really hard. I was very overwhelmed, and as a teacher you just have those days, and that's the great thing, is every day is so different. Like, some days can be really bad, but the next day could be so much better. So one thing, I just kind of had like an epiphany this morning when I was looking around and when my kids were working, and I was like, you know what, it'll make my life a lot easier if I stop fighting the chattiness, if I stop fighting the noise, because noise in a classroom isn't a bad thing. And I think sometimes as a teacher it's easy to just like want silence because the noise can become a lot, and if the noise is affecting their productivity, then yeah, it's not good. But I made myself look around, and I was like, okay, Madison, like, look around. Is the noise affecting their productivity? Is it affecting their ability to work, to understand? And of course, there were a few friends that needed to stop talking and get to work, and those were the friends that I chose to talk to. But instead of just shushing the class every 5 seconds, I chose to deal with the noise, because I noticed a lot of them were having really good conversations. A lot of them were talking about math. A lot of them were working together on the math problems. And, you know, some of them were talking while working, and they were still getting their work done, you know, and it's good for them to socialize. It's good for them to talk. And just because they're talking, it doesn't mean that it's like bad. You know what I mean? Like, my first ever class that I took over halfway through the year, the noise level, that was like them being crazy. Like, there'd be fights and just like total destruction of the room. So that noise level was bad. Like, that had to stop. And there was times where I had to be like, okay, heads down, like, we're sitting in silence for 10 minutes as a punishment, or as a lesson. But in this class, the noise, it's not bad. They're just noisy. And so, yeah, that's just something I'm working through. I'm just not used to it because they're a really, really sweet class, like the most sweet children, and so fun. They're just very energetic and very enthusiastic and very talkative. So I just have to find that balance. And we are still working on when's an appropriate time to talk and when's an appropriate time to listen. And for the most part, when I'm doing a whole group instruction today, they did really well. I didn't have to stop every 2 seconds to shush them because I let them have their moments throughout the day to talk. If you are just shushing kids all day long, it's gonna make them even more antsy to talk. So that's how today went. Tomorrow could always go differently, but today went so well. I just had that epiphany this morning and I decided to just go with that throughout the rest of the day and let them talk as long as they were getting their work done, and it worked out so well. I could feel the room just like lighter because I wasn't constantly yelling. I wasn't constantly like, guys, stop, you know? And with that, they responded better to me because I wasn't mean. And so they respected me more because I gave them that freedom, if that makes sense. I don't know, guys, it's just like trial and error every single day being a teacher, I swear. I mean, especially only being a second-year teacher. I'm sure if you've been teaching for like 20 years, you probably have like more of a system down, whereas I am still learning my system. I'm just figuring it out every day. So today went great. I'll show you a few things that we did. So one really fun thing that we did during math today was called Pick a Pencil, and I found this on TPT. It's by the Kindergarten Connection. And what they did was they cut out all these pencils with numbers 1 through 10. They cut them out and then they shuffled them up like a deck of cards. They got with a partner and they would deal their cards to their partner, and they would have to like pick one out of the deck. Let's say they grabbed number 5, then they would have to shade in 5 spots and then write whatever number that they picked. And this is just really good for number sense for them to get used to it, because yesterday when we did make a 10 and we used our 10 frames, they were so confused. So this actually helped a lot. So like I said, just starting from the basics, starting like simpler really works with my class. And then if they finish, I had them work on their addition problems. I swear this isn't just like busy work, guys. I need them to be able to do simple addition, like 1 + 1, 2 + 3. They need to be able to do that at this age. So practice makes perfect, and so this is the best for them, especially for the 4 to 5 kiddos that really struggle with simple addition. I had back at my table while the rest of them were playing this game, and we just like went over our simple addition. I had them use their hundreds charts, number lines, whatever resources help them count, and we just practice. Speaking of practice, for reading, we did some work over punctuation. We watched some fun punctuation videos. There's a really good book, and we watched it online. I think it's called like the Punctuation Family. If you type in the Punctuation Family book on YouTube, you have to have your kids watch that if you guys are learning anything about grammar, because it's so good. They loved it, and it was a really good story. And so we watched that. Then we did some examples on the board where I would write a sentence and I would have them tell me what punctuation to use at the end of it. And then after that, they had their own sentences that they had to go through and mark the correct punctuation. So practicing. We had a lot of free time on our iPads today. We are still getting used to the iPads, still practicing how we use the iPads responsibly. Some apps that we use at our school: ST Math, Everyday Math, which is part of our math curriculum, Epic, Pebble Go, just any of those educational apps they're more than welcome to use. Also, I got a package in the mail yesterday. It could not have come at a better time. Someone, let me read it. It was from Maggie. She said, "Hello, Madison. This book looks so interesting, and I hope the strategies work. Keep up the amazing work that you do. Have a great school year." Maggie sent it to me from my Amazon wish list, which I always have linked down below. It is called Take Control of the Noisy Class. And so while I did some work today on my own, I'm still going to read this book. and I will let you guys know how I like it and if I use any of the strategies in my classroom. I think something that really helped today too was we started our team wars. So this is something I do where each table is its own team. I let them deliberate on their team name, which you can see some really creative ones here. Those are their initials. And so basically I just give them a point whenever they like line up the best, they transition the best, whatever. You can give them a point for anything you want, but this brings out their competitive side and they just love it. And the winning team gets a Jolly Rancher at the end of the day. It's as simple as that, and they fight hard for it. All right, it's the end of the day. I'm heading home. Like I said, today was a very good day. Really improved from yesterday, but still thank you for letting me vent and get it all out. It always makes me feel better having someone to talk to, and I know a lot of you guys are teachers and you understand how I feel. But anyway, I'm going to end off this vlog here because it's getting kind of long, and I'll just start up another couple days of my live video tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate all of your support so much. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. It really supports my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.